I just got done with my jog. I love getting out there and getting some fresh air in my lungs and pushing myself beyond my comfort. So, I'm not a black man. I am a brown man. I'm a Latino. And I happen to live in a predominantly white neighborhood. We've only been living here for a little bit over a year. And when I go out for jogs, the streets are very narrow, so there's no sidewalk for me to run. And so I tend to run in such a way that the cars can see me right away for my own safety. And as I do so, cars, as they're approaching, most of them actually deviate and they get toward the middle of the two lanes and give me my space. And I've learned that it's just as they're watching out for my safety, that I should also be thankful and courteous. And so I wave at them and many wave back. And when I run by neighbors' houses, I've never met them before, so I wave at them. I say hello. I try to be courteous. Why do I say this? Because I realize that I am not like the people around me. My family does not match the typical description of someone that lives in my neighborhood. Everything that's going on right now is horrific. And I want to share a word with you. Galatians 6:7 tells us, don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will harvest whatever you plant. Now, Ahmaud Arbery was out on a jog. George Floyd was not doing anything that deserved the treatment that he got. So you may ask, well, how is that God's justice? They were not planting anything that was worthy of their killing. Well, let me tell you one thing I've learned. This world is not just. This world is not everything it should be. There is evil. There is confusion. There is greed. And it comes from people from every shade of skin. So, how do we react to this? Well, don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. George Floyd, from what I've learned, was a man that was not perfect, but he was one that had made a decision to help people. He helped countless of people. He was a man that was seeking after God. So you would say, how unjust that God would let that happen to him. Listen, there's a bigger picture here. And I pray that as a nation, we be able to see it and be able to learn from this horrific turn of events. So how do we handle this injustice? Because there is injustice. Well, let's take this word. Don't be misled. God's justice can't be mocked. Whatever you plant, you will harvest. So if your harvest is not what you expected, if your harvest seems unjust, if you planted a bunch of seeds and got a very small harvest, if you're not happy with your harvest, then make it your seed and choose to harvest by planting once again and believing that God's justice will shine through. We will see amazing things come out of the injustices that we're living. But we cannot sow violence. We cannot sow hatred. We cannot sow these evil ways of responding to evil. So may the Lord have mercy on us. May the Lord have mercy on you and I. And may we realize that we are connected. If this pandemic has taught us anything, is exactly that. What affects one affects all. God bless you.